Hi there. So this reading is for Aries. What messages we have from Spirit for Aries? Now this could apply to any Aries placement in your chart. Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, dominating house. Any placement at all, really. Okay. So I was told to do it different this time around. I was told to meditate on camera. Okay. So I've never done this before, like in a recorded reading. So I'm going to go ahead and I will verbally call out my guides that I already called out prior to the reading, called them to come forward to help me channel. And they told me to do this. I haven't meditated yet though, so this is exciting. So I have Archangel Gabriel, Archangel Michael, and then I have the energy of Peter, which I believe is the disciple. But they told me to call upon the energy of Peter, or maybe the name Peter is important. So let's go ahead and move forward. Please bear with me while I go through this process. Thank you. Aries. I have For Whom the Bell Tolls in my head by Metallica. And then I see a line of church bells that are going off one by one, kind of like in order, like ding, ding, dong, dong. Anyways, okay. I also see an elf-looking creature. Looks like a Christmas elf, perhaps. Okay. And then I see a heart shape. And in this heart shape, it's kind of like a letter. Anyways, okay. Kind of like a letter that opens up. That's the heart, okay. And then I have Barracuda by the band Heart in my head. Yep. Okay. And asparagus. That's what I'm taking. Anyways, okay. So when I meditate, usually, obviously, I don't verbalize everything I see. But instead of sitting in the meditation and sitting in it for a few moments and then saying it, I have the ability that when I'm meditating, I could speak it out loud. Sometimes I'll record my own meditations that I do. Like if I'm doing an astral projecting journey, I'm able to zone out well enough that I can verbalize and vocalize what my meditations are about and what I see. And then I go back and listen to it. So anyways, Aries, to me, I feel like that some of you maybe are eating better with the asparagus little thing, but For Whom the Bell Tolls, I don't really know what that song is about. I feel like the songs were mainly a sign. If this is the end, I saw you again. Today, I had to give my heart away. Thank you. Now they're showing me the image of the heart that looks like a letter. So I feel like that Aries, I feel like that is someone else. I don't feel like that's you, Aries. I feel like that someone is coming towards you with communication straight from the heart. I feel like that this is communication that you wanted once upon a time, but you grew to not care if you were to ever receive it. So, okay. This is so interesting. Let's go ahead and get into the cards, though. So we're going to go ahead and pull oracle cards, and then we are going to get into the tarot. Peter Gabriel is coming to mind, too. I feel like that this is going to be, by the way, my readings are timeless. This could resonate at any point in time. If you're called to watch it, watch it. Anyways, it could resonate. There could be a message in here for you. But I feel like that there's just been a lot of signs that are coming forward. And I feel like, Aries, that you have been given signs that maybe you're not picking up on, that your guides have been trying to make it like a quick heads up to you that, hey, you're going to receive this communication, something that you really, really wanted once upon a time. And now you're just like, fuck it. You're just like, sorry, I have some Aries clients and I'm just laughing because like, I could see her just being like, fuck it. Like, cool, I guess. And that's like when Aries gets to the point when they are like that with you, I mean, and you lose an Aries excitement. This is someone that you are no longer excited about, Aries. Like, you don't really care. Oh my gosh, look at that card. I'm not going to take them. We'll put it back because I haven't pulled yet. But this is like communication that you're going to hear. You'll be like, okay, and it's not nasty. Aries, how you feel, how you're going to feel about this communication that's coming in, you're just kind of going to be like, okay. Like, some of you, I'm hearing, why now? Why now? But it's not in a stressy energy, which I love it. So Aries, this isn't going to stress you out at all. You just kind of got to be like, why now? Okay, like, why now? But it's communication coming from the heart, so that's why you're going to give it a listen, is what I'm being told. Okay. Thank you, angels and guides. Let's go ahead. I see an apple tree in my head. So I feel like this is something that you planted the seed to. I'm being told it could be as far as 10 months ago, 10, 11 months ago. For the majority of you, I think this is about, it could have been last Christmas. Last Christmas, I planted a seed. I minded my own business and I did good deeds. Anyways, okay, let's go ahead. But you did that. And now this year, you have conversation coming forward, my dear. Okay, I'm done. I'm sorry. Okay. Whew. I want to do this reading, Aries. I love my Aries. I do. Let's go ahead and get a card, though, to start off this reading. Thank you. That looks like the Fool card. That looks like the Fool card. Okay, so go ahead and... Okay. So, I feel like the Spirit is trying to tell you, oh my gosh. So there's tarot cards on the bottom. What are they? You see, this is Ciro Marchetti, and he loves to put, like, his own tarot cards in his own, in, like, other decks. Does that make sense? Like, if you have any Ciro Marchetti, he's actually quite a popular, like, artist in this industry anyways. That is so interesting. So I feel like what Spirit is trying to tell you is that because you got done playing games, like, do you see how the cards are on the bottom? I feel like because, okay, so you want to, so you know when you try to figure something out, whether it's how someone feels or it's a situation, and you try to figure out the truth of it, and then time goes on and you're just like, my ear just rang. Time goes on and you're just like, I don't care if I ever get the truth of it, just like whatever. And you go along your merry old way. I feel like that this is something, because some of you, it's like now you're going to finally be able to piece together who it is. Like while you're watching this reading, you're going to piece together like, what is this truth? It's because you stopped playing games with this person because you didn't pick up the cards and continue the game. Like, let's say, okay, so you know, I'm going to give you an example. Maybe you played poker with this person, but like when you're playing a poker game, right? I used to play poker. It got annoying because people are so, anyways, moving forward. But when you're playing poker, you're just losing. You keep losing over and over again, right? And you get frustrated. So you might like not play a few hands, take time to recenter yourself. And then you can continue to play the same way that you were playing before, or you take on a different strategy because you take it on a pause. You've already taken a pause with this connection or with this way of being. Again, I feel like that it's allowing the answers. You see how those doves pop out of the damn box? Out of the box. Out of the box. Sorry, I'm really goofy today. Anyways, but I feel like that because you're allowing it to come to you. Through vulnerability, you are allowing, through being vulnerable yourself, and instead of like trying to force answers or push answers to come forward for something that you really wanted to either have conclusion or truth from, you decided to not push forward on it and pressure it, and you decided to allow it to open up on its own by you being vulnerable. I don't just view it as vulnerability. Sometimes being authentic could feel like being vulnerable. That's very true. Sometimes feeling authentic can make you feel very vulnerable. I feel like that, you see that full moon in the background? I feel like that for y'all, we just had the Aries full moon, and yes, my readings are timeless. However, again, the messages can apply to you at this current point in time. So I feel like that the Aries full moon, though, it's like exposed for those that are watching this now and this relates to. It's like exposed so much that it still rolled with. I don't think it was a super full moon. I don't think it was. I think it might be the last full moon prior to the eclipse, which does have a different energy compared to other full moons. I do agree. Anyways, but because there's an eclipse coming up. The next full moon, I believe, is an eclipse moving forward. Anyways, so I feel like that what's going on, though, is that this full moon has brought exposure out. And I feel like the exposure is something that is just flowing to you. Like answers are flowing to you and you don't have to necessarily do anything. Like, you know, when you've been really wanting to get the truth, or it's all about truth. I keep pushing more towards truth. And like, let's say you really wanted the truth about several situations. It could very well be several situations. The number 3 is really sticking out as we have 3 cards on the floor. And then we have 3 doves. Could be 3 different situations. The truth coming out. Interesting. Interesting. Okay. So let's go ahead and pull some more. Peace and groundedness, gorilla and armadillo. I feel like that spirit is trying to tell you also. It's also trying to tell you 711 is an important number here. Maybe something happened around that date, or if you want to look up the angel number 711. I suggest Joanne Sacred Scribes. Just saying, if you want to look up a number, don't just Google it. I suggest you use, that site. Moving forward. So I feel like the spirit is trying to tell you that the best thing to do is to just keep doing what you're doing. As far as like, for some of you, it's like receiving intense downloads. And for some of you, it's like receiving the downloads while you're going through the moment or while you're experiencing what you're experiencing. It's like you're getting downloads while you're talking to these people. And it's kind of like, I know exactly what this feels like. Because obviously I'm a fucking reader. Like I'm an energy translator, dude. So, but when you use it in not real life, but when you use it in like a day-to-day life compared to like doing what I do for a living, there is a big difference there. And sometimes it can be funny. Like, you know, when you're figuring something out while you're talking to a person and you finally got the truth of the situation while you're talking to the person and you're just kind of like, I feel like that it's happening this way too, to see how you're going to react. And that's why spirit is like, are you going to lose your fucking head? Are you going to lose your head, Aries? Or are you going to stay grounded? I feel like it's a quick little heads up. I feel like this is really cute, actually. It is to me, because when spirit and the universe come through and your guides come through and they're like, we're going to put you through this. And it's not like it's going to cause you shitty karma. I feel like it's like you're going to receive the truth, but it depends on you, how you choose to take it. Like, are you going to like pop off, or are you going to, you know, allow, because it's like when you react good to receiving truth, you get more of the truth. Like how you react, like let's say you break a nail and then the whole day, all you do is focus on this broken nail. And you give in to how pissed off, like, let's say you got like a hole. I'm saying this and I like, you know, don't have nails, whatever. Anyways, but like, let's say you're doing this and you're thinking of this freaking nail because you just bought this whole set of nails and you're so pissed off about it right now. I'm self-conscious about my fucking nails. I don't even care, whatever. I'm working on it. Anyways, but it's like, because you sat there and you focus on that broken nail, the universe is like, oh my gosh, you reacted so well to that. So let's give you some more. Let's give you some more. You see what I'm saying? And so I feel like that for y'all, it's like because you have reacted to something that was very, for some of you, it was like brutally honest and you handled it very well. You're going to keep getting truth, but I feel like it's sweeter truths too. Like, you could have already had one of the 3 truths come out. Mind you, it could be a hell of a lot more. It could be, you know, 6, 7 truths that you find out in a week. And maybe 5 of them are really like, oh, I knew that. I don't really give a shit. And then the next 2 are like, oh my gosh, yay. Like, someone admitting they care about you. I mean, we're going to go ahead and get into this. But any more messages from the spirit that I should focus on? I have, you can go your own way, go your own way. Wow, Wow, 3 zodiac signs. That is really cute. We have Aquarius, the 11th house, collaborate. Then we have Leo, the 5th house, shine. And then we have Sagittarius, the 9th house, expand. Oh my gosh. You can go your own way. You can collaborate. You can shine. You can expand. This is such an interesting reading, Aries. This is an expansive fucking reading. I already want to get into the tarot. I don't even want... Because you could be dealing with 3 signs. Let's say you're getting the answers out of an Aquarius, out of a Leo, out of Sagittarius. This could be many things. So I'm going to go ahead and... I'm not feeling that deck. I'm feeling the Golden Girls deck. Let's go, bitches. Anyways, okay. So... I feel like also the spirit wants you to know that it's like this process that you're going through, you've already gone through the hard part. Now let's skip to the good part is what I'm hearing. So I feel like the spirit is trying to explain to you, like you are getting to the good part, like things will keep getting better. React, excuse me. Sorry. Respond, don't react to when you receive these truths and like watch. Because for some of you, it's like you sat for like, oh my gosh, they're showing me a year to 7 years. Some of you, of course, are reading for anybody who watches this at any point in time. So take what resonates anyways. But a year to 7 years, you sat in one of these situations that are coming to light, and you sat in darkness, like, whatever happened with it? What really happened there? You know what I mean? And I feel like that the truth of that is what is coming out. I also feel like, ooh, anyways, sorry. I just got a personal download that had nothing to do with this reading, and I'm going to shake that off because I have an Aries moon, and I don't want to know. Anyways, let me read for my Aries. Thank you. Damn right, 10 of Cups. Anyways, let me read for my Aries. Don't confuse me. Anyways, so I feel like the spirit is also trying to tell you that some of these answers and some of these truths are going to enjoy. I feel like that what you're being asked to do now is to maintain this lighthearted energy of like, oh, that's what happened. Oh, that's what happened. But also just in all areas, I feel like that for some of you, you might be experiencing some Mercury in retro shade. Anyways, Mercury in retrograde energy now, more than you were during the retrograde. Just keep an eye on that. I feel like that you can make some movement. I also feel like that as far as when it comes to, some of you might have an interesting Saturn placement, but I also feel like that when it comes to protected, it's like some of these truths are just confirmations for y'all. Of course, I got some highly intuitive Aries, but some of these are just confirmations for y'all. And I feel like it's almost like, I don't even want to say the veil's thin. I want to say that the Aries that resonate with this fucking reading, it's like this true expansion of your third eye has occurred, and it's like you've been so trusting and you've been so persistent and consistent is what I'm hearing when it comes to gaining knowledge and trying to move about life in a more mature way instead of, I know I did some things immaturely. Oh, fuck. What's a song by NF? I'm gonna say like a month ago, I was stuck in the therapy session, excuse me, by NF. He's an Aries too. But it's like moving through life in a way that is more structured. You've been working for this, so to be consistent with it. You've been consistent with it for, I feel like 5 to 9 weeks without even realizing it. Okay, anything else for my Aries? Ooh. Ooh. Oh, yes, Aries. Death, King of Wands. Some of y'all are like, what the fuck she mean by yes? Knight of Wands, Wheel of Fortune. She's saying the Death card. Okay. So I feel like that things were stagnant in your life because of, first of all, Jupiter just got out of retrograde. I feel like that had a part in it. But I also feel like that because you were put into this pause energy with the Death card. For some reason, I'm taking the Death card more like a pause than like an actual completion or the death of something. I feel like it's the death of old ways for my Aries. I do. I feel like that you're in the Wheel of Fortune, and I feel, okay. Oh Okay. No, too many. Too many. I love this deck. It's just I've had it for like a year and a half now, and I used it so much that it's kind of worn. By the way, if you'd like to donate a deck to my channel, please feel free to look down at my Amazon wish list. I'd really appreciate it. I plan on spending more time over the next month and a half on YouTube videos and being more consistent there. By the way, real quick, if you'd like to book a personal reading with me, my Zoom calls are done being offered for the rest of the year on the 19th of November. And then I'm only offering recorded readings, half-hour recorded readings after that. So I can spend some time with my son. But just figured I'd throw that out there. I love reading Aries. Y'all always got such, like, when it comes to reading an Aries, it's like, ba-boom, 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 ba-boom. It's always so quick. It is. Anybody with heavy Aries in their chart, it's always so freaking quick. Okay, give me more. King of Swords. Oh, it did land like this, though, so I'm going to take it like that with the High Priestess and the Two of Pentacles. Spirit is trying to tell you that make sure that you have, I feel like that is calling to have a balance of being logical, like the King of Swords. I feel like that the King of Swords can be a little bit more logical than the High Priestess, because I don't feel like that you're being told to make a choice. And I also, Two of Pentacles usually means like juggling things. I feel like that for some of you, it was a struggle in the past, but it's no longer going to be a struggle. I feel like that you're going to be able to communicate what you need to communicate. And I feel like that instead of those pentacles being topsy-turvy, that they're going to be straight across from each other. I feel like that's like what has been shifting, especially when it comes to receiving these truths and this communication. It's a little bit more than wonderful guidance. Page of Cups, Seven of Swords, and the Four of Swords. Just know, this is just a quick heads up, that your bullshit, I hope that I kept recording during that. Anyways, Aries, I just wanted to let you know that your bullshit detector is going to be more clear. So, like, anybody that comes forward, because for some of you, especially my single Aries, what I'm being told is that you have bypassed love offers that weren't true and that were not. Oh, this is so interesting. I feel like it's more of a side message for my single Aries. You have been bypassing love offers that weren't true and that were kind of pushing you to not be true to you, is what I'm being told to say. And because you have been following through with that, what has happened is that the universe is bringing forth a genuine love offer. You're kind of like pushed into this time of having to learn to say no. And because you finally learned, something just fucking touched my eyebrow, and I'm not down with that. Anyways, let me do guidance. Something touching my eyebrow. That's just too weird. I'm very picky about my eyebrows. Anyways, guidance for my Aries. But the whole point is that if you're single, because you've been saying no to the right people, like you're saying no to the right people, like you're meant to say no to them, and it has caused you to take a pause on things going on in like your love life. I feel like because of that, you're receiving a true offer now. Guidance for Aries. Magic and treasure with wisdom on the bottom. Okay. So I feel like that the guidance is telling you do you see? It's like by you bouncing your logic and your intuition, for some of you, maybe it is that you were supposed to be more logical at this time and not as logical at this time. This is kind of interesting because I actually know an Aries who had a similar message not long ago. Well, it's not like this kind of message. It's like a different aspect of this message. Never mind. It's just funny how us psychics are all connected, because we're all connected anyways as humans. Anyways, but I feel like that the guidance is asking you to make sure that you remember that balancing your logic and your intuition is what helps make you create. Like, yes, daydream, but it's like intuitively feel out what you're meant to daydream and what goes right. Also, I feel like that if you have an Aquarius in your life, I feel like that they're going to play a bigger role. Or if you have Aquarius, whoever, like whatever truths are coming in because it's playing a bigger role than what you're aware of at this current point. My ear just went deaf. Thank you so much, Aries.